This is a simple type of a matinee. If you want to learn how to do these things, then stay on the video. Hello everybody and welcome back. Today I'm going to teach you how to use matinees, how to do animations with them and whatever you want to do. So as I showed you, this is the example of a matinee. It's pretty simple, just a little bit of a camera movement, and as you can see down there, there is a chair that is moving with the matinee. So let's begin. One of my friends actually requested to do this tutorial, so enjoy this. Okay, so let's start. So in order to get a matinee into your scene, you need to go to cinematics and get an add matinee legacy. And actually, let me show you how my matinee looks. Okay, I can't open that because I need to close the matinee that I just opened. So this is what it looks like. Here we have two keyframes, actually three, for the camera movement and another three for the chair. And the director group that's going to let us activate the camera and play the matinee. So this is the matinee that we just got. Let's open it, and if you want to have a camera movement, what you need to do is to go here, add new camera group, press enter, and this is pretty much all you need to do to get a camera. Okay, so let me delete this matinee. Okay, I need to close this first, then delete the matinee, yes, delete this camera, and I think this camera as well, or yeah, this one. Okay, open matinee, and here we have the camera. And you see, if we would play this, nothing's going to happen. You see, the camera is going to stay here, no action at all. But in order to do that, we need to use keyframes and to use this timeline here. So let's say that after 2 seconds we want our camera to get close to the chair. Okay, so what we need to do is to put our thing on the timeline at a specific time. I'm going to let it at 2 seconds, or actually no, 1 second, I want it to be fast. Then we get the camera, we drag it here, down a little bit, and down here. This should be working, but we need to get the movement check right here and add a key. Okay, so now as you can see, the engine took the first position, which is set by the first keyframe here, and then if you see, if we get the timeline, we can play with the camera here to see how it goes, where and when it's going to be there. Okay, so the engine took the first position here and then set the second position, made the fastest possible way there, and set the rotation as well. I think I might be wrong. No, I think that's good. Okay, so in order to activate the matinee, you need to go in open blueprint, in the level blueprint, or you can do this with triggers as well. I'm going to show you both ways. So let me drag a trigger here, make this a little bit bigger, and if you go to the event begin play, we get our matinee, if I can find it. Okay, so we click on our matinee, we type here play, and this is going to play the matinee. But there are some errors, and the matinee might not play every time. You see, the matinee is not going to be played, and this is a simple, I have a simple solution for that, which is going to work every time, I think. Not sure about that. We need to go here, right click, add a new director group, then get on the director, press enter, new camera group, which is going to, here is going to be the name of the camera group that you had. So if you had, let's say, camera movement, then the name of the new camera group would be camera movement. Okay, let me save. Yes, the matinee is going to close, and now this is going to work. But if you want to loop this matinee, you would need to go here press on the matinee, here on looping, and this is going to work just fine. You see, it's not going to loop for me because my length is pretty big. And so if I save this and now play it, this is just going to reset every time. You can even set the play rate here. If it would be to be 10, it's going to be so fast. If I'd set 0.1, this would be really slow. Okay, so let's put this back to 1, if I could get it. Okay, so this is a pretty simple camera movement, not too complicated, and it's pretty easy to do. Not a lot of time, and you don't need a lot of skill to do this. But let's see how we can animate things like the chair, the walls, the characters if you had one. And to do that, you need to get on the actor, open the matinee. Yes, open the matinee. Okay. Here you need to add a new empty group. I'm not going to call this, but you can do it. Then go to actors, add selected actors. And now our chair is going to be in the group, but you won't be able to see it. But if you go to add new movement track, so right click on the new group and add new movement track, then we could set some keyframes for the chair. Then here you could see the engine has already set a new keyframe, which is the starting position. We are going to need to set other keyframes. So let's say we get to 0.5. We get the chair and we drag this here. Then what we need to do is to go and add a keyframe. So now, actually, let me show you something. If you get this view with black bars and you can't see your camera anymore anywhere on this line, that means that you're going to control the camera. So be careful how you add the new keyframes and all that stuff, because this might mess up your camera. In order to deactivate this, uncheck this camera right here, and that might do it. Okay, so now let's see if the chair moves. Okay, as you can see, the chair moves and it resets once the matinee resets as well. If you want the chair not to reset, you just need to do one more matinee, another matinee that's not going to have anything to do with the camera. Okay, and you can do whatever you want with this. Actually, you can do rotations, materials probably, I don't know. I haven't been using this a lot. So you see movement track, color property track, new sound track, visibility track, vector property, and all this stuff here, event track. So in the movement, I think you can do rotations as well. So if we would go to the keyframe that we have set here, and we would delete this, then drag the chair and rotate it as well, add a keyframe, and then loop. Yeah, you see the chair rotates as well. So if I save this and go and play, you see the chair rotates and resets every time. And now let me show you how you can use trigger boxes to activate matinees. This is going to be useful in games that are going to have a campaign or something, loading screen or other actions, all that stuff that you can use this for. This is going to be useful. So get in the open level blueprint, and we need to delete this, because if we would have this opened as well with the box trigger, then we could not, this box here would not work properly. So we just delete this, go to add event for trigger box collision, and then add on actor begin overlap. So usually I like to set a tag for the pawn for the character that I have, but I don't have one right now. But what you can do is going to pretty much do the same thing. Get on other actor, cast to first person character or whatever your character's name is, then get here a play. Actually, first you need to get the matinee, then type here play, move the matinee actor here, put a play in here, and now if we would get in the box right here, yeah, so let me make sure that I can see this using a cube. Yeah, I found this really annoying that I can't search the cube here, but I have the cube here. Yeah. Good job. Okay, so here's going to be my cube, and now I'm going to disable the collision if I can. Collision here, and collision presets, no collisions. And now if I would get on this cube right here, the matinee is going to activate and the cube is still going to be there. Okay, so let's say we want to skip the matinee. It's a cutscene that we need to skip because it's long or we have already listened to it once. Then you need to go to your matinee, and here you need to check is skippable. So what you could use is event tick, get input time. Actually no, let me see what we have with input here. What if I get is key down? Actually I just get a space here, a space bar. Then we would need to get the matinee and get here to skippable, and as you can see here there is a command called cancel matinee, and that's going to let us skip it. So if you would go here and get an execute console command, and let's see how it is, cancel matinee. Okay, so here we type with caps cancel matinee. Let's see if this works. So we get in here. Okay, so this doesn't work for me. It might work for you. Maybe I have done something wrong. I mean, I'm sure I've done something wrong, but as I said, I'm not really good with matinees. But the main thing here was to learn you how to do them, not how to skip them. But of course, I think there's a way that you can figure that out for yourself. So this is pretty much all for this tutorial. If you want to get more updates and more info from me and when I'm going to post new videos and all that good stuff, you can follow me on Twitter. I will link the link down below, of course, the link. And yeah, this is pretty much all for now, and until next time, goodbye.